Automatonophobia is the fear of statues. It's a pretty rare fear to have, but when a statue moves, I think anyone could develop it. Number 15. Claims of the Chinese Guanyin statue blinking inside of the Lingqin Temple are apparently real if you believe this video. Sometimes this blinking effect happens from shaking the camera, but at 42 seconds the phone is still and the statue still does it. I also hear temple bells, so this could have taken place during a ceremony. However, I'm pretty sure that this blinking is from a grainy video. The background looks to be moving in a similar way to... Number 14. A statue seated on a throne seems to track a museum visitor with its head for 7 seconds as they pass by. The camera is shaky, so let's check out these still images. Here it is with its head slightly turned to look at him when he first enters, and here it is at 47 seconds looking at him from the center of the room. Approximately 20 seconds later, a different statue shown here is seen lifting its arm. Number 13. A statue of Sai Baba became a topic of mass speculation across India in 2016 when it was apparently caught shrugging its shoulders, causing a clothing article to come off. The obvious answer is that this clothing item simply came undone and fell off over time, but at 24 seconds the statue appears to possibly roll its shoulder to make it fall off. What's especially odd though, is that at 45 seconds, when everything seems to have fully unfolded and settled, the clothing article jumps off where the statue's hand is. Did it move again? There could have been wind currents from air conditioning, or a draft to knock this loose in my opinion. Otherwise, it could have been a simple case of gravity and time. Number 12. This statue is said to move her eyes repeatedly. Thousands of people flock to see it, and some are saying that it happens here in this video. One person thought it might be blinking here. I definitely see it as well. Another person says her left arm moves. I don't see it, and I think those who do probably are getting fooled by unsteady camera work in my opinion. Still, thousands of people have visited this statue because apparently it moves, so maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Number 11. This video was taken during service at a chapel in the Mexican city of Saltillo in June of 2016. They zoom in on the statue on the wall that just, well, opens its eyes and looks at them. My first thought was that the camera coming into focus is probably what makes it look like it's opening its eyes. If not, this could also somehow be a trick of the light, but then again, this still image taken at 1 minute and 4 seconds shows the eyes are totally closed. This image at 1 minute and 10 seconds is taken at roughly the same distance and shows the eyes are definitely now open, so my other guess is computer effects. Number 10. A statue jabs another statue with a trident in the middle of the night if this video is to be believed, which I have trouble doing, aside from looking like possible special effects because of the awkward way the statue moves. The way the camera mysteriously cuts out as soon as the trident makes contact is too much of a coincidence. This would be really creepy to see in real life, but that'd be the only way I'd be convinced that this video is actually real. Number 9. In 2018, the Our Lady of Guadalupe statue in New Mexico began moving on its own, or at least that's what witnesses say. On 4 separate occasions, the statue has been caught crying tears of sorrowful joy. These tears do not dry up, and in this case were visible the next morning, which would mean that the statue is continuously crying overnight. A close-up shows that the tears come from a realistic angle. She's holding her head slightly so they would be coming from the middle of the eye instead of the corners. A scientific analysis of the tears revealed that their chemical composition is the same as a special olive oil used for ceremonies. What do you make of this situation based on the video and this evidence? Real or fake? Number 8. This video resolution, which is fairly good quality, or at least better than most, catches a statue moving its eyes. From 8 seconds to 12 seconds, the statue has heavy eyelids that are almost shut. The person recording stops for a second to adjust the lighting, and that's when the statue apparently opens its eyes. Well, this would be bizarre to witness in person. I think this moving statue is a simple camera trick using angles and lighting. In the beginning, they record the statue at an upward angle with low lighting to make the eyes look more closed, but then they record at a downward angle with more lighting to increase the level of detail and make the eyes look more open. It's an interesting trick, but I doubt it's real. Or at least, that's what I think. Do you think it's real? Number 7. A viral video happened on Good Friday when a statue moves its head during a song. It's creepy how everybody is staring directly at the statue when suddenly it just lets its head drop down. What I find hard to believe about this video is how nobody in the crowd stops singing or says anything out loud when it happens. They just continue as if this is normal. If this is real, then maybe they got caught up in the moment and inspired by the statue moving, that they continued singing. Number 6. This giant statue was once caught in Vietnam. A huge group of villagers form a long line up a mountainside to catch a glimpse. The person hangs back and zooms in as much as their camera allows. First, they all start singing at 1 minute and 54 seconds. And by 2 minutes and 24 seconds, the giant statue has apparently come to life. Translate if you can. At 2 minutes and 33 seconds, the statue seems to extend an arm out and gently embraces the crowd. But now the cameraman is in tears as he and his family watch the stone robes become soft and weightless as they flap like angelic wings. Did her stone robes really turn into fabric, or was something put over her? I think if this was a sheet, then everyone would notice, and no one would be impressed. At 3 minutes and 58 seconds, you can see a hand just barely peek out from under the robe as it gives a modest wave. By 4 minutes and 35 seconds, the mysterious waving hand is gone. The statue has returned back to normal and does not move again. Number 5. A family thinks they could have possibly seen a statue move while visiting the St. Joseph Oratory in Montreal. You have to look closely at the figure on the right at the very beginning of the video, or you'll miss what they're talking about, specifically its hands. They say that the statue is actually clapping with joy. The other one isn't moving, and they quickly cut to a third statue that isn't doing anything either. Only one is. I'm sure some people believe them, but I think this effect is almost certainly because of their phone more than anything. It's called pixelation, a term used to describe fuzzy or blurry sections of low-quality video. They could have been looking at vacation videos later and genuinely mistaken the pixelation for movement, so I'm not accusing them of making it up. Number 4. Did this statue move? Writes a person in the comments section of this marble statue video. Some other people agree. It does, but I can't say that I necessarily see it. At 45 seconds, this Snow White statue maybe looks like it sways slightly, if you look hard enough, but that has to be camera movement. Maybe this is what they're talking about. What do you see? Number 3. A paranormal investigator goes to the Oakwood Cemetery in Huntsville, Texas to try and make a haunted statue move. He tells it to move its palms up, but they look still as can be to me. How about you? The investigator has one last, simple trick to see if this statue has any potential for movement.
I heard something over there.
So is this just the sounds of the forest, or is there something more going on at the Oakwood Cemetery? Number 2. On July 28, 2019, the Redeemer statue in Brazil sprouted a heart with beating chambers and began to rapidly shrink and expand, or at least that's what certain people want you to think. In reality, this is a projection to raise awareness for heart problems. I just wanted to set the record straight and let you know that this is fake. Let me know if you were fooled in the beginning, or if you knew all along. Number 1. A crowd gathers to sing in front of a statue. After a while, her mouth begins to move as she mouths the words of the song with them. Over 100 people agree that they can clearly see the statue blink and sing with joy. I would have liked to have seen this happen with a high-resolution camera. Until then, I think that this was probably just video grain, creating the appearance of movement.